presidente del Real Madrid, Luis Figo, jugador del Real Madrid.
The greatest football rivalry in history wasn't just about goals, trophies, or El Clasico drama, but about a decades-long obsession, an obsession where one club, Real Madrid, repeatedly tried to strip Barcelona of its soul, one star at a time. From Alfredo Di Stéfano to Luis Figo, from Ronaldo Nazário to Lionel Messi, and even now, in 2025, with the teenage wonder Lamine Yamal, this isn't just football, this is football's coldest, most calculated war, and some say Real Madrid has always been the snake in the grass. It began with a name that would change the fate of both clubs forever, Alfredo Di Stéfano. Back in the early 1950s, Barcelona had already agreed a deal with River Plate to sign the Argentine magician, but Real Madrid, moving through the shadows, struck a counter-deal with Millonarios, the Colombian club where Di Stéfano was currently playing. What followed was chaos, a bizarre, never-before-seen compromise where the player would alternate between Barca and Madrid each season. But before a ball was kicked, Barcelona pulled out, pressured, as many historians believe, by Franco's authoritarian regime that backed Madrid and wanted the capital's club to dominate. Di Stéfano would go on to become Madrid's greatest legend, and Barca fans never forgot the day politics, not football, stole their future icon. Fast forward to the year 2000. Luis Figo, Barcelona's captain and hero, the face of the club, shocked the world by signing for their bitter enemy, Real Madrid. But this wasn't just a transfer. This was Florentino Perez's chess move, a tactical, ruthless strike. Perez promised to trigger Figo's €60 million release clause, the highest ever at the time, and offered Figo a personal fortune to betray the club he once kissed the badge for. When Figo walked out at the Bernabeu in white, Barcelona fans felt violated, and in El Clasico that season, they responded by throwing pig heads at him. It wasn't just football. It was war. And Real Madrid didn't just sign a player, they tried to crush Barca's spirit in the most humiliating way possible. In 1997, Ronaldo Nazário lit up the Camp Nou with 47 goals in one season, and at just 20 years old, he looked destined to be a Barca legend for a decade. But behind the scenes, after Barcelona failed to meet his demands, Ronaldo moved to Inter Milan, and Real Madrid came calling in 2002. Real Madrid, hungry to bring the Brazilian back to Spain, but this time in white. They got him, and the betrayal was felt deeply in Barcelona, not because Madrid stole him directly, but because they were always there, waiting for cracks to appear, ready to strike when Barca slipped. Lionel Messi, the greatest player of all time, could have worn the white of Madrid, and not many people know how terrifyingly close that came to reality, not just once, not even twice, but 3 separate times during his legendary career. In the early 2000s, before the world knew his name, Messi was just a fragile teenager training inside La Masia, uncertain if his dream would survive. His family, newly arrived from Argentina, struggled to pay for the growth hormone treatment he desperately needed, and at one point, even Barcelona hesitated, doubting whether investing in this small, quiet boy would ever be worth the risk. In the shadows, Real Madrid saw an opening. They quietly approached the Messi family with a bold offer. They would cover his treatment, provide financial stability, and offer a seemingly brighter future than the uncertain path at Barca. But even at such a young age, Messi wasn't swayed by money or Madrid's influence. He stayed with the club that believed in him first, choosing loyalty over comfort, and signing that now iconic first contract, scribbled hastily on a napkin, a symbol that would become sacred in Barcelona folklore. But if you thought Madrid's obsession ended there, think again. In 2011, deep in the heart of Messi's prime, when he had already conquered the footballing world, broken records, and collected multiple Ballon'dors, Florentino Perez came back, this time with a historic plan. Backed by Madrid's bottomless war chest, he prepared to activate Messi's staggering €250 million release clause. They reached out to Messi's camp directly, offering a €50 million signing bonus, a €23 million annual salary, and even personal financial benefits for Jorge Messi, his father and agent. It was a transfer that would have shaken the planet, eclipsing even the drama of Luis Figo's betrayal. But once again, Messi said no. No to money. No to power. No to the club that had tried again and again to dismantle everything Barcelona stood for. He refused to become a pawn in Madrid's century-long Cold War with Catalonia. And just 2 years later, in 2013, they tried again. Florentino didn't give up. A second direct approach was made, with an even more lucrative financial package. But Messi didn't flinch. There was no meeting, no negotiation, no interest. Because for Messi, wearing white was never an option. The rivalry ran too deep. The wounds from Figo still bled across Camp Nou. And unlike others, Messi wasn't for sale. Not at any price. So, despite all the obsession, all the plotting, all the unimaginable sums of money, Real Madrid never got their hands on him. Not in 2001, 2011, 2013, and 2021 when Messi left Barcelona in heartbreak and tears. Because while Madrid kept circling like vultures, always waiting for the moment when loyalty might give in to temptation, Messi never gave them the satisfaction. In 2025, the story continues with Lamine Yamal, Barcelona's latest wonderkid and the youngest Spanish player to score in a major tournament. He is electric, fearless, and very much a symbol of Barcelona's future, which, of course, makes him a target. Sources inside Spanish media and La Masia have confirmed that Real Madrid is actively monitoring his development, testing the waters through agents, intermediaries, and whispers. No official bid has been made, not yet, but the pattern is clear. When Barcelona produces brilliance, Madrid circles like a hawk, waiting for any financial turmoil, any boardroom chaos, any crack in the wall to make their move. And if they do, it would ignite the fiercest firestorm Spanish football has seen in years. This isn't just about transfers. It's about ideology. Barcelona builds, Madrid buys. Barca shapes icons from the academy, Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, now Yamal, while Madrid searches for Galacticos, stars already polished and shining. But when Barca's stars become global treasures, Madrid doesn't hesitate to change strategy, to go after them, to turn Catalan diamonds into capital assets. It's not just about strengthening their squad, it's about weakening their enemy, stealing not just talent but identity. So here we are, 70 years of mind games, political power, record-breaking clauses, locker room betrayals, and generational battles. You think the news about Messi and Yamal is a hoax? Well, Real Madrid works in silence. Some media say their news is true or false, but know this, some of the media are controlled by Madrid. Some say Real Madrid are just doing what any superclub would, using power, money, and ambition. But others say they are football's ultimate villain, a club that doesn't just want to win, but wants to erase their rivals' greatness. The names change. The strategy doesn't. And now the question remains, is Real Madrid simply strategic, or have they always been the snake in the grass?